There he goes. There he goes. Do you like the information you got from the Saudis?
Oh, he does.
Money. Take that money. So as Secretary General Ban Ki-moon walks in with his enormous entourage of bodyguards inside a building which is fully protected, the question, hello, Mr. Secretary General. Good morning, Mr. Secretary General. How are you, Mr. Secretary General? This is the man who dropped Saudi Arabia from the Children in Armed Conflict list after his own expert found they killed more than 500 kids with airstrikes. So Interstate Press asked, did you like the information you got from them? No answer. Now we have Vive la France.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you for informing me.
There's been an exchange between the Saudis and the UN, and they are interested to look forward to hearing what the Secretary General has to say about that right now. The important point for my government is we absolutely believe that it's vital that all states abide by international humanitarian law. We continue to make that point to all of our friends and allies and all my humanitarian system.
But should countries that can make financial contributions be able to get off the list?
Seems so.
That was that. Let's go through it. Ban Ki-moon went in. He was greeted and wished happy morning. When asked by Inner City Press what he thought of the info the Saudis had provided, no answer. Many bodyguards, no answers. The UK ambassador, Peter Wilson, usually, at least he stopped and spoke. He did answer a question from Saudi television in a very generic way, saying that all states should comply with the law, but to be candid, in this case, only Saudi Arabia was able to buy its way off the list. Maybe it's true. Maybe there should be a review process. Maybe there should be a council meeting on children in armed conflict. This is a report that the UN produces of what countries do to other countries and children in them. And it lists bad actors in an annex. And it's written by Layla Zarougi, the advisor and expert on children in armed conflict. And she listed the Saudi-led coalition in Yemen on the annex for having killed more than 500 children with airstrikes. And lo and behold, Ban Ki-moon, her boss, head of the UN, dropped Saudi Arabia from the list. Everyone else stayed on the list, only Saudi Arabia was dropped. Now people are trying to say, well, I don't know, it's impossible to say anything. Basically, they bought their way off the list. It creates a precedent, even as Ban Ki-moon leaves and becomes or doesn't become president of South Korea, it creates a precedent that UN lists are even less credible than before because openly, those with money can buy their way off. So it's basically a list of people that have no money to cover up their sins. And it's pretty disgusting. And not only was there no answer, but people are not even asking it. It's just a pretty fraudulent situation. So we may take the Periscope down and put Mr. Ban Ki-moon's non-answer on YouTube, and then we'll be back with the Periscope later in the day. Not later in the day, later in the morning, as soon as possible.